ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। We are reading from the book Sadhana Panchakam by Swami Dayananda Saraswati, which is a commentary on the Sadhana Panchakam, a set of 5 verses composed by Adi Shankaracharya. As always, we will start by chanting the entire Sadhana Panchakam, the verses, and then continue or resume the reading from where we left off. Vedo nityamadhiyatam taduditam karma swanushtiyatam teneshasya vidhiyatam apachitihi kamye matastyajyatam papaughav paridhuyatam bhavasukhe dosho nusandhiyatam atmecha vyavasiyatam nijagrihat turnau vinirgamyatam sangasatsu vidhiyatam bhagavato bhaktir dridhadhiyatam shantyadif parichiyatam dridhatarang karmashu santyajyatam sadvidvanupasripyatam pratidinam tatpaduka sevyatam brahmaikaksharamardhyatam shrutishiro vakyam samakarnyatam vakyarthascha vicharyatam shrutishirah pakshassamashriyatam dustarkatsu viramyatam shrutimatas tarkonusandhiyatam brahmasmiti vibhavyatam aharahar garvav parityajyatam deheham mati rujyatam buddhajanair vadav parityajyatam क्षुद्याधिश्च चिकीत्सतां प्रतिदिनं भिक्षौषघं भुज्यतां स्वाद्वानन्नतु याच्यतां विधिवशात् प्राप्तेन सन्तुष्यतां शीतोष्णादिविषह्यतां न तु वृथा वाक्यं समुच्चार्यताम् औदासीन्यमभीप्स्यतां जनकृपा नैष्ठुर्यमुत्सृज्यताम् एकान्ते सुखमास्यतां परतरे चेतः समाधीयताम् पूर्णात्मा सुसमीक्ष्यतान् जगदिदं तद्वाधितं दृश्यताम् प्राक्कर्म प्रविलाप्यतां चितिबलान् नाप्युत्तरैश्लिष्यताम् प्रारब्धं त्विह भुज्यताम् अथ परब्रह्मात्मना स्थीयताम्. We are in the middle of the discussion on verse number 1. So we will read verse number 1 again, chant it, read the translation and then continue. Vedo nityamadhiyatam taduditam karma swanushtiyatam teneshasya vidhiyatam apachitihi kamye matastyajyatam papaughav paridhuyatam bhavasukhe dosho nusandhiyatam Atmechavyavasiyataan nijagrihat turnam vinirgamyatam. So the translation of the entire verse, just to remind everyone, each verse is a set of instructions for spiritual life, spiritual progress. Each verse has 8 instructions, so there are 5 verses, so totally 40 instructions. Each line has 2 instructions. So let's look at that. May you study the Veda daily. May you perform well the karmas enjoined by the Veda. By performing your duties in accordance with the Veda, may you worship Ishvara. By doing what is to be done, may you give up the desire for things intended to enhance your security or happiness. Through the resulting purity of mind, may you destroy all the papas accumulated in this life and past lives. May you see and remember the limitation inherent in experiential pleasures. May you entertain a pursue and pursue a desire to know the Atma. May you quickly leave, quote, your home, unquote, behind. That is, discard the notion of ownership as exemplified by the house. So we have discussed, may you study the Vedas daily, may you perform well the karmas enjoined by the Veda. By performing your duties in accordance with the Veda, may you worship Ishvara. By doing what is to be done, may you give up the desire for things intended to enhance your security or happiness. Now we look at the next instruction, the 5th instruction. Neutralization of papa karmas. Papaugha paridhuyatam. May the papaugha, the bundle of papas accumulated in this life and past life, paridhuyatam, be destroyed. Papaugha, and there's a footnote here, papasya augaha samuhaha papaugha. So papasya augaha samuhaha papaugha. Papaugha means a great group of papa that is standing in your account in this prarabdha karma itself. The footnote for prarabdha karma, results of past actions that are fructifying in the present lifetime. We are not going to eliminate sanchita papa right now. So the sanchita papa, footnote, papa collected in previous births but not yet fructified. This line discusses prarabdha karma. What needs to be neutralized is not only the prarabdha karma with which you have come into being here, but also the papa karma that you have done so far in this life. Apachitihi kriyatam, one must atone for that. The word apachitihi also means atonement, an atonement that brings about a loss of the bulk of papa. The reduction process is also called apachiti, apachaya. Let this papa ogha, this big bundle of papa, that is adrishta papa, be reduced, neutralized, destroyed. Papa ogha includes the original papa that is there, prarabdha papa, as well as any papa that is gained during this life. When we say that it is to be eliminated, we did not tell you not to do papa karma. You are not doing any papa karma now. We are only trying to eliminate the previous papa, because every human being is a mixture of punya and papa, good and bad. So now the next instruction. See the limitations of sukha. Once these papa karmas are neutralized, then bhavasuke doshonu sandhiyatam. May you constantly see and remember the dosha, limitation, or rather defect, another word is defect, inherent in bhavasukha, experiential pleasure. So footnote for bhavasukha, bhave sukham asti. Bhave sukham asti. Bhavasukha is samsara sukha. What is samsara sukha? It starts with ice cream or a hot bath early on a cold morning. Like this, there are many small sukhas called bhavasukha. But bhavasukha has got limitations. Anusandhiyata means may you muhurmuhu, again and again, look into and remember the limitations of Bhava Sukha. What are the limitations of Bhava Sukha? First, it is anitya, limited in time. Before the Sukha is born, there is pain. After the Sukha is gone, there is pain. While the Sukha is there is also pain because it is going away. Some people are afraid even before the Sukha comes. They worry it is only going to last 1 minute or 10 minutes or an hour or a day. In this way, Sukha goes away even before it comes. Even before the springtime comes after the winter, many people worry that it is only going to last for 2 months. Such people are always counting down. 1 day gone, 2 days gone, 3 days gone. You do not look at what is coming. Instead, you always count down, worried about what is going away. This is what is called a, quote, countdown mentality, unquote. The countdown buddhi is a very difficult mind. You can say coming, 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 but this is not the case. This type of buddhi is orientated towards going, gone, gone, gone. Going away is a problem with Bhava Sukha anyway because it is limited in time, anityavat. It is a problem even before it comes, and after coming it goes away. It does not last. Even when it comes, it does not fulfill all your needs. That which is instrumental in giving you sukha, the sukha sadhanam, is not totally satisfying because it always lacks one thing or the other. Therefore, degree-wise there is dosha, limitation, time-wise there is limitation, and quality-wise there is limitation. Bhava Sukha includes not only Sukha here on earth, but also Amutra in Swarga. So footnote for Swarga. Swarga is the Vedic equivalent of the quote-unquote heaven discussed in other scriptures. The Sukha of Swarga is also Bhava Sukha, also limited in time. Anusandhiyata. May you remember these doshas. So what happens now? The person has no artha kama interest. He is not interested in kamya karma, fulfilling desires, because he has seen the limitations of Bhava Sukha connectedly. Now he has viveka, which is discernment, and vairagya, which is dispassion, as well as antakarana shuddhi, purity of mind. He gets the antakarana shuddhi by doing his duties properly with the right attitude of karma yoga. So the mind is also taken care of. Then what? Now we come to the next instruction. Burning desire for self-knowledge. Previously he had a desire for self-knowledge, but it was like a small glowworm. Now and then he heard something here and there. There was some curiosity. Then it became a small flame. Now as Viveka and Vairagya become more and more firm, the Atma Ichha, desire for self-knowledge, grows proportionately, eventually becoming a huge flame of desire. Therefore, Atma Ichha Vyavasiyatam. May you entertain and pursue Atma Ichha, the desire to know the Atma. Generally your desire is for Anatma, non-self. I want this. Means what? Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Everything becomes beloved only for the sake of the self. This is from the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, mantra 4.5.6. It is for the sake of the Atma that I want it as some addition to me, or I want to avoid something so that I can get rid of some pain. Whether it is for gain or for getting rid of something, desire is always with reference to Anatma. If you want to take care of your physical body, that is Atma Ichha. But if you just shift your standpoint, that is also Anatma Ichha. If you are interested in psychology, taking care of the mind and so on, that is Atma Ichha. Or afterwards, you find that it is also Anatma Ichha. Then you want Swarga, heaven, which is Anatma Ichha, a desire for non-self. Wanting heaven is a desire for non-self. Wanting wealth is a desire for non-self. Wanting power, name, influence, people, relationships, all these are a desire for non-self, Anatma. We do not say it is right or wrong. We must simply know that it is a desire for non-self, Anatma. Suppose you say, I want better health. There is nothing wrong with that. but it is a desire for non-self. I want to have a clearer mind. It is not wrong because it is important, but still it is a desire for non-self. What then is a desire for self? Next section, the fundamental question. In all of this, the desire for the self is, quote, who am I, unquote. The question is more than psychology. If you're saying, I want to know the self, Atma, then you have apatata jnana. Apatata jnana, a certain knowledge that the self is the one that is self-evident, which is considered to be Brahman. I want to know, because I'm told that the one who knows the Atma gains freedom from sorrow. So the footnote here, Atmavit shokam tarati. Atmavit shokam tarati. The knower of the self crosses all sorrow. This is from Chandogya Upanishad, Mantra 7.1.3. You know that any addition to an unhappy person does not make the person happy. You have discovered this. One experience is good enough for self-analysis. You do not need an additional 30 years. Pressing one grain of rice in a pot of cooked rice is enough to find out whether all the rice in the pot is cooked. So you are certain the fulfillment of desires for non-self does not really change you, the Atma. It will not solve your problem. What you do not know, however, is whether this particular knowledge of the self will free you from sorrow. But that is the only possibility left open for you. You can also check whether it is possible, whether there is a prima facie case, as they say. So the footnote for prima facie, evidence which, unless rebutted, would be sufficient to prove a particular proposition of fact. The definition of prima facie, evidence which, unless rebutted, would be sufficient to prove a particular proposition of fact. So you can also check whether it is possible, whether there is a prima facie case, as they say. It is logical upon first examination, because if one side does not work, then only the other can work. You can also logically accept that the self is not necessarily what you take yourself to be. Your own experience confirms this, because in spite of all your wants, you find yourself happy occasionally. So your whole estimation of yourself may be wrong, which means that Atma Ajnana, self-ignorance, is there. So we'll stop here and continue next time. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.